Today is all about leaks from MSI about Intel's 14th generation processor, as well as some interesting hardware related news that's come out of Gamescom 2023. Intel's 14th generation processor performance has been mistakenly leaked by MSI to show that the Intel 14900K is set to have a 3% increase in performance over the 13900K. But the 14700K is looking to be the winner of that generation processor due to the increase in E-cores compared to the 13700K. This increase in E-cores is going to lead to roughly a 17% performance increase according to these leaks. This news is simultaneously disappointing and exciting because we don't yet know the price structure of these new processors, but if the Intel 14700K is priced at the same price as the 13700K, you'll be able to get a processor that performs very closely to a 13900K for a lot less than what the 13900K released at. But it's kind of disappointing because the Intel 13900KS seems to be performing at the same level of the 14900K. So we're really not seeing any performance increases, and we're probably going to have to deal with the same heat issues that the 13900KS produces, since it's still running on Intel's same 10nm process size and architecture. So unless they did some magic with efficiency, I really don't see any changes happening with heat. Judging from these leaks, you're not going to be missing out if you skip this generation, but if you are building, the 14700K seems to be the winner in this situation, depending on pricing. As always, these are leaks, so always wait until you get official word from the manufacturer before basing any opinions. Coming from MSI though, this does seem like a pretty solid source. Moving on to Gamescom 2023, there were some interesting announcements regarding FSR 3 and NVIDIA DLSS 3.5. Interestingly, DLSS 3.5 seems to be focusing on image quality with ray reconstruction, while FSR 3 seems to be focused on closing the feature gap between FSR and DLSS with fluid motion frames. Unfortunately, with NVIDIA adding ray reconstruction, the feature gap is still there. No official release date has been given for FSR 3, however, a fall release window has been given. It's going to first come to Forspoken and Immortals of Avium, and then 10 more titles later this year. DLSS 3.5 is set to release on September 26th, a part of Cyberpunk 2077's Phantom Liberty expansion pack in a technology preview, and then will expand to more games as the year progresses. I may be wrong in saying this, but the direction that I see DLSS moving is going to fundamentally change the way games are rendered in the future. AMD really needs to step up and bring a competitor to NVIDIA's Tensor cores. That way it can bring AI to FSR. I have my opinions on where AI is going to take gaming and rendering, but DLSS 3.5 seems to confirm that direction. AMD has also announced their 7700 XT and 7800 XT graphics cards, which is going to be competition to the NVIDIA 4060, 4060 Ti, and 4070. AMD claims that the 7700 XT is going to outperform a 4060 Ti in some titles, and the 7800 XT is going to outperform the 4070. AMD is claiming these performance metrics while also maintaining a cheaper price point than the NVIDIA competitors. This is going to be excellent if that is truly the results, but we will wait to see what the benchmarks and testing results show. So it's going to be interesting to see what the graphics card landscape looks like after all of that is released, which is going to be on September 6th, which is probably a decent time frame for FSR 3 to be released as well. While you're waiting for these new technologies, games, and hardware to release, you can check out more Tectonic Systems videos by clicking here. Thanks for watching.